Hi, this is Joe Woodring, and this is my screencast on the modality principle. The modality principle basically just says that when you're doing a presentation, it's better to present words as speech rather than on-screen text, and that makes it easier for the learners to understand what's going on, just because it's easier for people to understand when they're hearing something rather than reading through a bunch of complicated text. So first I'm going to look at a poor example of the modality principle. This is a presentation on PowerPoint that was done for the AP Advanced Placement program at my school this year. Um, Basically what happened is we had a big meeting for all the kids taking AP classes, and we had the kids show up and we went through the presentation with them to explain all the different courses for the AP program. Um, but I'm going to flip through some of the slides in here just so that you can see how complicated the text is and see that most of this information probably went over their heads during the meeting. So here's the first slide. That's fine. What is advanced placement? The lady who was presenting this basically just read stuff directly off of the screen to the kids. This screen's not super complicated. These are some reasons why they might take AP classes. And she went through all these different reasons. Uh, Going forward, we had a contract for if the kids took the class, basically why they would, like, what they were agreeing to do, and they couldn't easily drop the course. Then all the teachers, and then some information about every class. And you'll see some of these slides, like this is pretty complicated. Um, Here's some stuff for math. Basically, you can see that all these slides are really rich with text. And if a kid is paying attention to someone talking, they're not going to absorb anything that's on this screen. Like it's just too much content for them to go through quickly. Um, so that's my bad example. My good example is this is a video on YouTube. One of my students in my AP statistics class was struggling earlier this year, and he was looking for videos online to help him basically just understand the content of the course in his free time. So he found this guy, I assume he's another, AP statistics teacher, called Mathman Bill G. And he told me, he came into class one day, that he had watched a video and he felt like he really understood the section after not really getting it by reading the book on his own and being in class. So I'm going to go through a little bit of this video. This video is not about AP statistics. Clearly this guy teaches other subjects as well. But I just want to show how this video works really well with the modality principle, because the text on the screen is not complicated, but the key is that the guy is talking and explaining through what's going on, and it makes it much easier for kids to understand. So I'm just going to play a little bit of it now. So basically what you can see there, and he goes on for, you can see in the time there, he goes on for about another 8 minutes explaining this concept. Um, but he's as he's explaining the video, he's speaking the context of what he's talking about, and he's also writing it on the screen. Um, and I know the modality principle says that the speech is better than the on-screen text, but I think going beyond that, speech combined with the on-screen text like is also helpful. Like a lot of my students this year have told me when they watch videos, if they're just listening to talking, it doesn't stick. Or if they're just reading off a screen, it doesn't stick. But when you combine both of the concepts, both the speech and seeing stuff being done, that's what helps them with math in terms of helping the concepts to stick in their brains. So that's my two concepts of the modality principle. First, the bad example, and then the good example. Now I am signing off.